Hi everyone, this is Lady T with your Scorpio Who Are You reading for June 2023. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for the support you give the channel in any kind of way. And again, the ultimate goal of the channel is really just to hopefully put out something that's going to help you. Please like, share, subscribe, and do all that if you want to. If not, doesn't matter. I'm going to keep on doing them. So until I get told otherwise. So let's go ahead and get into your information. This reading's going to be long, so let me say that up front. Because I've got lots of different decks out here to, really see what's going on here, what you need to know, that you may not know, or, just a different kind of reading. So it is going to be a longer reading. So let's go ahead and get into your center energy. So the first four cards we have here, all in the upright, we have the Eight of Swords. So Eight of Swords is typically, um, something coming in pretty quickly here. Maybe some knowledge, maybe some information coming in, because you are manifesting, your way out of this Five of Swords. Maybe this is, trying to um, get out of self-sabotaging behavior, get some rest, heal, move on in your life, or perhaps even with the forest towards, um, heal something that's caused you some problems. Now, what's interesting is you have the Ten of Swords in the challenge position as your crowning energy. So maybe feeling dealing with some kind of betrayal of some sort to you or to someone else around you. In the undermining energy, you have the Six of Pentacles, which is normally, balanced reciprocity, giving and taking, that kind of thing. But it's in the challenge position. So maybe achieving reciprocity in a situation is a challenge right now, along with dealing with some kind of betrayal in the situation as well. What led up to this, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So, Seven of Pentacles is time, it's effort, it's energy. So, what have you invested in? When it comes to making some kind of decision about something, what decision did you make even? Because whatever it is, you've put a lot of time into it, or maybe you're needing, or maybe you are, couple of things coming in there, trying to come to some decision, and it's taking you a long time to get there, is the other message that's coming through. And then the outcome energy, all in the reverse, which is interesting. I'm going to flip these around so I can read them. But we've got the Four of Pentacles, so no longer holding back. Page of Swords is, a message coming in about love. So no longer holding back after receiving a message, perhaps some kind of insight, epiphany, intuitive nudging kind of thing, regarding this Ace of Cups. This love that you want to either receive or give. Hold on one second. I got to see what's going on with my dog. Hold on. Okay, so now we're going to move. That first deck was the Sirius Tarot. And now we're moving into the Martian, the Mystic Martian Oracle. And the first card we have there is the Flower of Life, inspiration, awe, dreams. So this could be, feeling inspired, wanting to go after your dreams, hopes, and desires as you move forward. Next, we have the Syrians be responsibilities, lessons, and growing up. So really going through, life, having learned a lot of lessons, perhaps maybe even learning some at this time, and managing, life's lessons and responsibilities as you move forward. And next, we have corrupt, unethical cults. So perhaps there was a situation in the past that wasn't necessarily addressed ethically, whether this was you or someone around you. Perhaps there was some kind of organization, some kind of cult faction you or someone around you was involved in. Next, we have golden ratio. So this is the switch to maybe patterns, behaviors, and understanding beauty and pattern nature. So the thing that I'm getting there is understanding patterns of the past when you go out into nature and you observe beauty, and then you see the tying of it all together and how it all works. But understand that on a much deeper level. So I'm also getting to tell you to make sure you spend time in nature is what I'm getting there. Next we have air element. So your philosophical, um, perhaps there's some discrimination that's going on to you or around you kind of thing, because you are empathic and you do understand certain things on a whole new level. So my heart goes out to you if you are going through that. And then next we have Merkaba, movement, long distance travel, and excitement. So perhaps you're excited about doing some travel, going on vacation, taking a trip, that kind of thing. Next, we're going to move into the Lyran Oracle, which is this one here. And what I thought was interesting about when I pulled these cards for you is there's a couple that were in the reverse. The first one being Mystery School. Curiosity opens up advanced awareness. So what this is telling me is that maybe you don't feel like really taking on anything new by way of studies at this time, that interested in looking more into spirituality than what you do right now. And then we have wonder, presence, well-being, gift of life. And this was in the reverse as well. So perhaps not really standing in the joy of life, not understanding, or perhaps wanting to step back into the energy of the inner child where you are full of wonder and curiosity about things. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Next, we have 26, which is the reunion. So this is spontaneity, change of plans, social connections. To me, so a lot of people would describe this as perhaps a pivot. So maybe you want to come into reunion with family and friends and just have a good time, and be spontaneous in whatever you're doing. Because doing things always on plan, always with a routine, it gets it gets really boring after a while. It's not exciting anymore, and it really does zap your natural energy to be spontaneous when you follow a routine all the time. Next, we have peaceful reunion. And so you had the reunion, which you did have a woman and a man on that card. So that tells me maybe you're coming into union, maybe having this spontaneous pull to come into reunion. But here we have peaceful reunion. And that unions bring healing. Now, you did have the Four of Swords, which is also about celebration. It's also about, taking things to another level, just having a good time kind of thing. Um, and you see here, this is to me like, a family, getting together for a reunion kind of thing, because you see all of the different lions. So it looks like this one is maybe the older. Um, and then, here's the senior with the beard. So it's interesting because I see two of the older with the younger here. So and then I see doves. So this is about having peace when you're coming together with others too. Next we have the spinning wheel. It says frequency upgrade, new plan, adventure, spiritual advancement. So you are going through an ascension process right now. So if you don't understand that, this is your confirmation of that. And so just be kind to yourself, be kind to, your, with compassion, self-love, taking care of yourself, eating right, getting plenty of rest, all that kind of stuff, because ascensions are hard, depending on what the ascension, is for. And then the last one, cosmic star family, support, socialize, and community. So again, you have, there's a lot of cards about community, getting together with others, traveling, having a good time, spontaneity. So to me, it's like, enjoy your life even is also what's coming through for the message there. Next, we're going to move into the Palladian. Which one is this one? The Palladian Oracle. And the first message we have here, and because I don't know these cards like that, I'm going to probably pull out the book and read a few of these. But Palladian star centers, they're central points on the earth where you go to sort of activate certain different kind of frequencies and maintain certain kind of energy grids in the universe. Um, but I'm going to take a look at this one because I know there's several cards like this in there. So we're probably going to end up reading some of these. But this is telling me again, sort of traveling, and maybe this is astral traveling to these places, not necessarily physically traveling, because again, you have a lot of cards about travel. The last one we have 42 with the imagination. To me, this is about stepping back into your imagination because you had the wonder card up there as well. Stepping back into curiosity and that inner child state of being, even is what I'm getting there. Next, we have the fifth dimensional access. So to me, again, you're going through an ascension. So this could be you getting deeper insights from the fifth dimension. Different knowledge, different upgrades in that also. Next, we have in a challenge position, expansion and compassion. So I'm going to read this card, but read this from the book. But what this is telling me here is that, as you go through this expansion, this ascension, you're going to need to show compassion, and it's going to increase your compassion as well. So that's a couple of things coming through. But again, we'll read for those two. And I knew this was coming. 35, forgiveness. So there is some forgiveness that needs to happen here in whatever situation. Maybe this betrayal here that's in the challenge position. But there's something that needs to be forgiven here. And this could be other people, or this could be you forgiving yourself. And then the last one here is light language. So perhaps getting renewed and replenished with light language, but I'm gonna read that card as well because to me, I just get a lot of different messages on that one. So there's 3 cards we're going to take a look at, so we'll pull the book and read those now. So the first one was number 16. It says I'm not going to read the whole thing, but what I'm going to do, well, maybe I will read the whole card. So here we go. It says, hold on, this book is hard to keep open here. Okay, seated across your now and future Earth are planetary hubs of elevated consciousness where like-minded communities and starseed initiates will meet to foster human evolution, known as star centers. These have begun to sprout and will continue with their intention to seed a network of activation points throughout the lands of Gaia. These star centers are extremely important, for they begin to chip away at the outdated systems such as borders, court systems, false education, and expand the Who into the greater capacity as a free-thinking, creative, infinite beings that work together in unity. Through their establishment, your society will gradually transform into a galactic civilization and be formally introduced into the Galactic Federation of Light, which is a universal body of intergalactic species working together in alignment for peace and unity. When the Star Center card arrives, we, your Palladian guides, are proclaiming that you have a star mission with land or community. Excuse me. Your soul mission is to live and be at one of these star centers in order to embed your unique teachings and activations to others. Now's a good time to invest in real estate, take opportunities to travel. We've talked about that. And be open to invitations to live at a star center. Another meaning of this card may represent that it is an ideal time to change locations and move to other parts of the globe. Whatever it is, you are being guided to arrive at one of these star centers for the betterment of your Earth. Additional meanings: travel, real estate, new home, self sufficiency, community, group consciousness, global mission, teaching groups. Okay, we're going to look at the expansion compassion card. Compassion is a great source of energy that connects all of existence together. When one is in a state of compassion, they enter into the field of oneness that is able to sense multiple forms of intelligences simultaneously and expand into the infinite. The expansion beyond the eye is how one centers into higher dimensional fields. For the fifth dimension is a locale of non duality, granting one the ability to cross throughout space and time, communicate telepathically, heal with energy, and enter a completely new operating system that reflects the future inner magic of the hue. When the compassion card arrives, we, the Palladian guides, are inviting you to activate more compassion in your daily life. Perhaps there could be one individual in particular that has been agitating you and throwing you off your game. Maybe another has been masquerading in order to activate a certain template of wisdom within. Whatever the current or upcoming situation, this is guidance that compassionate wisdom will carry you gracefully through your upcoming cycle. Know that compassion is the way into the multidimensional field in which we, the Palladians, reside. Expansion is compassion. Expand your field. Additional meanings: mercy, understanding, unity, wholeness, upgrades, magic, wisdom, seeing another perspective. And then the last one we're going to look at is light language, which is number 2. Yeah, the one we read right there was number 13. Okay. Light language is a built-in galactic transmission via sound that is embedded into all star seeds on your planet. The language that is truly beyond language is a sound transmission, that vibrates cellular memory to remind one of their true cosmic origins. Like a bird separated from its home and never living in the wild, when freed, it will naturally recognize its species called despite growing up in a different environment. On the same token, so too does the awareness of light language never leave the star incarnate. Many star seeds have activated on Earth to share these star tones, and they often come via unique methods. For some, it can be a burst of sound not familiar with their earthly mind, and for others, it can be through intoning and song. Whatever it is, when one surrenders to their voice, it facilitates for the dialect of the star ancestors to come through and not just activate oneself, but also other individuals on your planet. Activate this language of the light right now by allowing all sounds and expressions beyond your earth language to come flowing through your vocals so you may share your precious star codes with all of your earth family. You have drawn this card now. You have drawn this card for now is the time to speak, tone, or sing into full cosmic birth all your dreams, visions, and aspirations. When you speak out loud your wishes to creation, you allow for the sound codex to merge with the dream field and bring all your intentions to life. Share this vision, for the universe is listening. Additional meanings: voice activation, throat chakra, speaking your truth, manifestations, rapid awakening, music, and release. So this light language is definitely going along with some of the other cards that we got up here about your ascension that you're going through, this transformation. So now we're going to move into the Lemurian, Beyond Lemuria Oracle. What I thought was interesting about these is you had quite a few that came in the reverse. The first one we have here is endless opportunities. That's self-explanatory. So you have many options. You can take many roads. You can do many things. Next, we have water, the overflow. So a couple of things. One that I get is, you have a connection spiritually with water. So whether that you're around water, you're in water, it really does help you. But I also get a lot of emotional overflow here too. So that's why the compassion for yourself and others is coming through, because as you go through this ascension with this increased compassion, your emotions are going to be high. Now we start getting into all of the cards that came out from that point, and they're all in the reverse. So the first one, we have the portal keeper. This is in the reverse because maybe you are not walking into your new beginning. Maybe you are not taking the actions necessary to move forward. Next, we have trust your innocence. So, and this is in the reverse. So perhaps you are not wanting, like I said up here, there was that wonder card, and then there was also the mystic mystery school card. Both of those were in the reverse. And that just lends me to believe that perhaps there's something that you are getting intuitively nudged to do that you're not wanting to do because you're not trusting the information that's coming to you to do it. Next, we have harmonic flight. This to me is a card of union. This is a card of balance. Divine masculine, divine feminine, your connection to spirit, the duality within each of us, all of that. Again, in the reverse. Next, we have She of the Lotus. To me, this is about a lot of energy coming through your crown chakra, but also healing, increased intuition, increased gifts. But these are things that right now, for whatever reason, you're not wanting to deal with or acknowledge or do anything about. New blueprints, again, this is that connection that is allowing for this message to come through. New blueprints is like a new, not a new opportunity, but more so like a cleansing, like being rewired, reworked, done over again, something like that. Because the blueprint is the foundation. So a new blueprint would mean that you have to let the old foundation go in order to lay the new foundation. And that's not happening at this time. And maybe that's what the Ten of Swords is about. Next, we have internal explorer in the reverse, because maybe you do not want to do this healing, this shadow work, or this balancing, this ascension, whatever it is. You've got a lot of cards in the reverse, so that tells me it's something you don't want to do. Journey to wholeness, again in the reverse. This is, again, this is part of your journey, but for whatever reason, you're not wanting to do it right now. And then we have soul star chakra, merging with the divine. Again, that's your connection with divine and having a much, much deeper connection with divine as you move forward. Now we're going to move into the Atlantean Oracle, and again, your cards were all in the reverse. So the first one we have here is excellence. And it says, in Golden Atlantis, inter-community games were frequently organized. People competed for shared joy, and because they enjoyed the challenge. The aim of the competition was to develop excellence, never for ego gratification. So losers were gracious and sportsmanlike. Even bridle-free, riderless horses raced for the exhilaration and pleasure of it. These were the forerunners of the Olympic Games, and they drew communities together to socialize, participate, and celebrate. Do your best. If you chose this card, you may be presented with a challenge or responsibility. Accept it and do it graciously to the very best of your ability. It does not matter whether you fail or succeed. Your guidance is to participate with all your heart and soul in whatever life presents you. So something that came through is that maybe you don't feel like you're going to be successful in this situation, whatever it is, and that's why this is in the reverse. It's almost like you're not um, putting any effort towards it, is what I'm getting. Next, we have birth crystals. When babies are born in the golden age, crystals from their home planet materialize beside them. Because all humans go through the veil of amnesia on incarnation, people were unable to remember their stellar origins. However, when they held their birth crystals, they made an unconscious connection with home and felt a sense of peace and comfort that enveloped them during their time on Earth. Roots. If you draw this card, you are guided to strengthen your connection with home, which may mean meditating on your stellar origins. Alternately, it may suggest that you explore your background and ancestral heritage. You may even need to put down more roots to enhance your feeling of belonging, which you can do by meeting new people, deepening friendships, or developing interests locally. So to me, this is almost like, you know, this goes right back to the very beginning where I said you need to go out and expand your community, expand your friend group, have some friends, just do things, and, just for the fun of it. Next, we have the Temple of Poseidon. When the Golden Age of Atlantis was prepared, the Intergalactic Council first built the Temple of Poseidon on the sacred heights. The great crystal itself was housed in the temple, which only the high priest could access. As it shimmered in the sunlight, the general populace looked up at it for inspiration and hope. New beginnings. This card indicates that it is time for new beginnings. Hence the blueprint, the new blueprint card we had down here. Maybe a new concept or idea or pathway will be presented to you at a much higher level than anything you previously considered. So again, that's that four of swords, that next level. And we've talked a lot about your ascension. So maybe this could be, also you moving on to the next level in some capacity of your life. This could be whether this is personally, whether this is professionally. So it says here, therefore, it is suggested that you review every aspect of your life from a higher perspective. So, seeing things from a higher view instead of staying at the level you are. And maybe that's why you're going through this ascension, for you to see something differently. Be aware that people will look to you for guidance, so you are called on to act and speak selflessly and with the utmost integrity. Be a guiding light to others. So this is telling me that even though you may not want to be, that may be one of the things you are here to do in this lifetime, is to be a guide for others. And the last one we have here is the Ice Age. A 2,000-year ice age followed Earth to detoxify, rest, and purify so that the planet could vibrate at a higher frequency. During the ice age, the Intergalactic Council was able to plan the fifth and final element of Atlantis, heralding the Golden Age, the most glorious and spiritual time that has ever been on this planet. Preparation time. If you chose this card, it indicates a time of rest and relaxation is needed, which would be, the Four of Swords. Yeah. I'm thinking of the Four of Wands the whole time looking at the Four of Swords. So Four of Swords is renewal, rest, relaxation, allowing your body to recuperate, allowing your mind to settle, all those kinds of things. Use the space to look within and purify your beliefs and thoughts. This is the time to contemplate or meditate on your life purpose and prepare yourself so that the new can come into your life at a higher frequency than the old. Yeah, so this is about, that upgrading of your frequency to allow for these new beginnings, the new light language, the compassion, some of the healing, and anything else that needs to be done as you go through this ascension. You have the emotions card. So if you are emotional during this time, just take care of yourself, and understand it's all part of the process. Now, let's go ahead and move into what is this deck called? The Galactic Heritage cards. First one you have here is Blind Enthusiasm, and this was in the past. So maybe perhaps this is in the reverse. So maybe you lost your oomph for a minute, right? You lost your your mojo, or whatever people call it nowadays. We've got the power of sound, also important to you in the past. You loved music, kind of thing, and sound, was something that you've always been very attuned to. Next, we have rejecting emotions. So maybe you did not address something or handle emotions very well in the past. And so rather than deal with them, you rejected them. Next, we have maybe there was something, there was some truth that was withheld from you, or that you withheld from others in the past as well, with the secrecy card. We've got seeds of polarity. So this is the light and the dark. This is the shadow and the light within each of us. That we all have to deal with. So again, you probably had something that you had to deal with, as far as dealing with something related to the seeds of polarity. Next, we have single-minded focus in the past. So maybe you were focused only on one thing in the past, and whatever that was. Okay, that could be family, it could be, career, it could be anything. But again, you've had a lot of past cards. Next, again, missing links. So there was something that was missing in your past, maybe some information that you didn't have, kind of thing, from the past, that maybe you do now, or you're going to get, one of the two. Next, we have in the reverse, seeing the one, and this is a future card, but it's in the reverse. So perhaps you are not seeing something clearly. You're not seeing something that you need to see. I don't know what that is, but I'm just putting it in there, out there. We've got 83, and this is common ground. This is a parallel card. So this can happen parallel to other events in your life, but this is about seeing the common ground in a situation, whatever that is. Next, we have alchemy, and this is also parallel. So this is about transmuting negative energy. This is about that healing that we talked about with the Four of Swords. This is about forgiveness. This is about looking at things differently, and taking the action to move forward in whatever way is necessary. Because alchemy is about changing from one thing into another. Okay. Next, we have leaving home. So this may be, feeling like you need to leave home because you've had a lot of travel cards here. So there is some kind of nudging, or some kind of intuitive download, or something like that, that's going to come your way, to tell you to leave home, or leave where you currently live, or something like that. Next, we have ultimate evolution. And again, this is in the future. So we've talked about ascension. We've talked about increased gifts, increased knowledge. Which was in the reverse over here with the mystery school. But I suspect that you're going to get some insights about this as well, because this ultimate evolution is about, ascension. This is about, going to the next level again. And then the last one, we've talked about this too, birth and expansion. You've gone through a growth in the past, but it looks like you're getting ready to go into another one if you haven't already. Now, I pulled these two decks because I just like to get a lot of information. If I'm going to do a reading like this, I want to give you some information that, hey, maybe you can use, maybe you can't. I don't know. But this deck is the Divine Essential Starseed Oracle deck. And the first card we have here is Acturian Council of Light, activating Cell's advanced mission. So this is about you getting enlightenment as to what your mission is. So that's one thing. We have the light councils connect with the galactic councils. So to me, again, this is about the deeper connection with spirit too, because you had that card. Where is it? Yeah, this one here that's in the reverse. Merging with the divine. So maybe you are not spending time with the divine currently, or you're not really going into prayer, going into meditation kind of thing, but you are being encouraged to. Wisdom of the whales, cosmic ocean, portals of infinite wisdom. So again, this is a sound card because the whales have their own song. They have their own frequency that they communicate on. So to me, this is about listening and being calmed, healed, perhaps even through the different sounds. And again, that ties back to frequencies, right? We've got 1111 awakening code, mirror synchronicity. So that you're going to see a lot of mirroring, a lot of synchronicity showing up if you aren't already with this 1111. Next, we have soul family, attracting soul family, awakening others, soul contract. So part of your mission here is, again, as a guide to others. Next, we have Andromeda, allow yourself to receive. Again, this is about receiving, I believe, the intuitive nudgings, the knowledge, the whatever you need at this time as part of this expansion and going to the next level. We have High Priestess again, paying attention to your intuition because you're a wisdom keeper of records, Akashic records, masculine, balanced, and rising. So again, just understand that you're a high priest, and that this is also part of what you're here to do. We've got Argatha, connect with inner earth balance. This takes me right back to one of the cards we read over here with the star centers, and perhaps being, someone who's supposed to assist with establishing, maintaining these grid lines, channeling this light, giving, assistance with this whole evolution. Next, we have walk in soul, experiences with walk in souls. This sort of lends me to believe that you might actually have something to do with souls that have either departed or are departing, and perhaps seeing those. Next, we have release emotions connected to lower vibrations. This is about the elevation of your emotions and working through that emotions card that we had over here, and releasing things so that you can heal as well, and also having the compassion to allow yourself to rest and do what you need to do at this time for your own good, right? Past lives, crystal master. So this is about dealing with things from past lives even, and clearing that out, because you did have the alchemy card at the top there. It says boundaries, say no, cut cords, release guilt. So again, releasing some negative emotions, cutting cords wherever you need to, and saying no wherever you need to as well. Stepping out of doing things out of guilt. It is safe to say no. Second card, right on top of each other. So also establishing strong boundaries. You don't have to say yes to everybody. If you don't want to, don't. And this says cosmic ocean, travel to deeper depths, shadow transformation. Here's where the emotions are going to come up so that you can feel them and heal them and release them, even though it may not be what you want to do, because you've had a lot of reverse cards that tell me this is not something you want to do. And even over here as well. Now, this is the, what is this deck? Hold on. Okay, yeah, this is another starseed. This is the Soul Reflections Starseed Oracle deck. And the first one we have here is Syrian Sirius A. Warrior spirit, have no fear, kind, sensitive, inner strength, and truth. And either you embody these already, or you will be embodying these as you go through this next phase. We have way showers. Mission is to lead by example and hold the frequency of love and light. So this is giving you some ideas of what your mission could actually be about here. We've got Blue Ray, lights the way for star seeds, decodes light code, empathic. Builders, mission to build and create, break new ground to change earth. So that could be that new blueprint also, right? That new foundation. So we've got Crystal Child, highly psychic, highly sensitive, telepathic, divine love and wisdom. Corvus, highly telepathic, empath, patient, open-hearted, protective. And so you've got a lot of empathic cards here. Besides, you've got a lot of telepathy cards as well. So very, very even clairvoyant, perhaps. We've got Alpha Centaurian, highly intelligent, peacemakers, great strategist, and goal-oriented. So these could be the attributes, again, that you are exhibiting or will be. Ananonke, ancient souls, high vibrational, intelligent, scientifically advanced. In the reverse, we have Polarian, highly spiritual, empathic, loyal, unity, harmony, connected to earth. And I agree with this being in the reverse just because of the other cards we've already gone through. Spending time in earth, feeling that connection to earth, highly spiritual. I believe that to be true. But somehow I think there's a struggle between spiritual and religion here because you had that cult card come out at the very top too. And so and I'm not making any judgment about anything. I'm only going off of what I know. Most cults are very, very regimented in their belief system. So there is little room, if any, to really look at anything differently. So maybe being very strongly rooted in your beliefs is also coming through here. We've got Orion, seek truth, jack of all trades, logical thinkers, appears cold. Aquatic, gentle, loving, adventurous, healers, independent, sensitive. Again, you've got water creatures here. I think you had the whale somewhere over here. And these are, gentle giants, right? They're very strong creatures, but their frequency is very healing. So water is again important to you because you've had quite a few of those come out. Hadarian, divine love, light worker, empath, connect easy with people and spirit. So you could be dealing with a Hadarian, or you yourself could be Hadarian, or embody these attributes. We've got Palladian, perfectionist, people pleasers, highly sensitive, strong empathy. So again, same thing. These are either your traits or someone you know. We've got scientists. Mission is to bring new science and technology to the forefront. And so you could be very, very well versed in technology and creating new solutions for the future, perhaps. Next, we have Martian, highly spiritual, full of fire, warrior spirit, just do it attitude. Next, we have Zeta Reticuli, spiritual, seeks wisdom, no fears, transforms to align and find balance. Andromedan, adventurous, kind heart, free spirit, artistic, creative, and logical thinker. In the reverse, teacher. So again, remember I said many times in this that you are expected to perhaps guide others. And you've had a lot of cards about teaching, and this is telling me with this being in the reverse, this is not something you want to do, but it very well might be what you're here to do. It says mission is to teach and enlighten, guide, and restore hope. Or this could be someone around you, but I just think it's interesting that you have a lot of cards in that direction. We've got Rainbow Child, determination, strong will, new souls, no karma, manifestors. So you could be a Rainbow Child even in the way you handle things and address things, or someone else is around you. Lemurian, strong intuition, gifted healer, telepathic, ancient knowledge. And Galactic Dragon, extreme high vibration, all-seeing, keeper of ancient knowledge. And then the last one is DNA Alchemist. And this second card about alchemy that you've had, mission is to clear DNA from virus, heal DNA from ancestry line. So you could be here to heal ancestral things of the past, because you did have, I want to say the Six of Cups was somewhere. That's the Ace of Cups. There's something in here. I want to say somewhere in here there was something about the past. You had lots of past cards here, but I thought it was one of the cards up here. Let me see something. Swords. No, I don't see the Six of Cups. I don't know why I keep thinking it should be here though. Okay. I'm still gonna stand by what I said. You had a lot of, when I looked at these cards, you had a lot of past cards. You didn't have future. You had some parallel. You had maybe one or two future. And you had a lot of past. So one thing that I would say right off the bat is really not holding on to the past, releasing the past. And I know, Scorpio, I've said that to you before. I know that for a fact. Because between you and Taurus, I don't know. Y'all love to hold on to things. And that's good as long as it's good for you, but it's not good if it's not good for you. So let's move on and let's close out your reading. This is the Star Seed. The short little deck right here is the Star Seed. I don't know. There's no real name on there other than Star Seeds. So that's what the deck is called. We'll see what we get here for guidance for you. But I'm not sure why I'm doing this reading, but I don't know. I was just led to do this reading. So hopefully this will give you some ideas about, you on a different level, and then also give you some ideas of where to focus your energy if that's what you decide to do. But you are going through an expansion, ascension, and a transformation, doing some shadow work. So just keep all of that in mind. Spirit, go ahead and give me some messages for Scorpio to close out their reading. What messages do you have? Please let the cards fall out and flip over completely. Thank you. Card flipped over and flipped right back. That's interesting. I don't see that happen very often. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. That's what I'm used to. The cards flipping everywhere. Let's go run, Spirit, anymore. Anything else? Let's go run. Okay. All right. No particular order. We'll see what we have. Free spirit. To be free is to float within walls, to fly without judgment, and to love without conditions. So stepping into, that childlike energy, because children really don't seek to really do anything to anyone except have a good time and live life and be free spirits. So I think, part of this ascension perhaps will help you to be able to do that if you're not able to do it now. We've got the surrender. So again, with the ascension, with the transformation, with the shadow work, it's all about surrendering and allowing spirit to work with you, to heal and to release and to move forward, for your highest good. We've got meditation. Take a moment to connect to source, and through quiet, reflective meditation. Strength. You are being guided by the cosmos. Stay strong. A positive outcome is assured. So, this isn't done to you, this is done for you. So keep that in mind as you go through this. Stepping into the attitude of gratitude. Universal love shines through the miracles of life all around you. And that's why you see the beauty in nature, and understanding how everything is interconnected, and understanding that on a whole new level is what I'm getting. We've got reflection. You've had reflection a couple of times where, having deeper reflection, right? See all aspects of yourself through the reflection of the one who mirrors your hidden self. So whoever mirrors who you truly want to be, is sort of like your guidepost, your light right now, to stepping into this free spirit energy. Fruition. Rest assured, your dreams and visions will come to fruition. So whatever your hopes and dreams are, they are coming through for you. Guidance. You are not alone. You are guided by masters and teachers of the highest realms. So you have spiritual support all around you. We've got freedom. Follow your heart and nurture your soul with love and freedom to grow. So allow for this expansion. Allow for this growth. Don't fight it. Don't be resistant. Truth. See your light. Know your power. Have the courage to walk your truth. This is to be your authentic self. Dreams. The universe speaks to you through your dreams. So pay attention to your dreams. Perhaps get a journal and write down what you remember about your dreams when you first wake up. Because sometimes, I don't know about for you, but sometimes if you have dreams and you wake up and you move around, you forget what those dreams were about. Stillness, reflect on this moment with love, kindness, and compassion. So again, this ascension process, even though it may be emotional, even though it may bring up some things, it is for your highest good. So they're encouraging in many cards to show compassion to yourself, to take care of yourself, to allow rest and healing at this time. We've got celebration, celebrate your achievements. You truly are a gift to the universe. So really stepping into the energy of knowing how wonderful a person you are, and really stepping into that piece of your journey at this time and celebrating yourself. And then the last one, blue flame, connect to the blue flame, which is the light of pure love within you. So again, allowing for this to come up and to not only come up, but also to allow the healing that it's going to bring you. So Scorpio, again, this is the, who are you reading for June 2023. Much love and light, Lady T.